Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals here of the Hennessy Performance League College Football Playoffs. Joining with me today in the booth is always Joker.
Hello.
All right, and then we've got our sideline reporter for the day is Code Red Dude, but he is, I believe, going to get some food. So we will.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here.
I'm here.
Okay. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Jake. Okay.
Hello?
All right,
Hello,
we got
we can hear
Boise. Yes, we got Boise State and we got Louisville here in the semifinals. Boise State been on a Cinderella run, if you will, upsetting, I believe, Boger and then Shake in the Sugar Bowl, and then Lamar with the win over Captain Dead last night in Ohio State. Has put these two playing for a national championship. Louisville, the number one overall seed, so they will be the home team here in Dallas, Texas, for the Cotton Bowl. I'm distracted. I'm looking at the chat. We're trying to get another stream going for you guys that we maybe can do tonight, previewing the next season. But here we are, the Sugar Bowl. 4 teams left in it. On the other side of the bracket, it is Masopes and the Georgia Bulldogs against Jackson Altman and the Syracuse Orangemen.
Yeah, and if you saw that game yesterday on the YouTube channel, then you kind of know Rutgers is not really happy with the way they lost that one. So we'll just see how we go. Big game tonight. Remember, winner does move on to the championship, and that's what everyone wants, right? The big trophy at the end of the day. And but 2 games. DJ did play earlier against Ohio State. Some of us were there. Me, Tiger, who will be the Louisville sideline reporter. Jake will be the Boise State sideline reporter, and we're underway.
All right. Yep. So kicked into the back of the end zone. It's going to be not taken out, and Boise State will start with this one at the 25. You see they're outdoing Louisville in yards per game, first downs, and touchdowns per game. So a high-powered offense run the Boise State Broncos, reminiscent of the old 08-09 BCS Busters teams that always pulled upsets in the Fiesta Bowl. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to run for it. He's going to get past the line of scrimmage. Gain of 3. Ashton Gillette brings him down. But, Joker, talk to him about the keys of the game. You know, what's going to really sway the tide, if you will, here today?
I mean, I think DJ's going to have to stop this high offense Boise State team, right? A lot of just, I wouldn't call it mistakes, but it just seemed like the moment against Ohio State was just a little bit too big. It was a 15-point favorite and just couldn't execute in that situation.
3rd and 9 got him over the middle.
And if DJ wants to win this game, he cannot have the same type of play he had against Ohio State earlier today.
Yeah. Malachi Nelson under center here. You know, that we just saw their starting center go down. We are unsure if he'll be able to return. That could be big, especially in the run game here for the Broncos and getting G&T going. I think that's how you say his name. As they're going to get to a screen pass, and he's going to be hit as he throws, incomplete.
Yeah. I just want to keep this up. Is that the last game against West Virginia is that the running game was in their favor. I'm very surprised that they're just doing the passing game so far.
Like a screen there. Gets the first down. I don't know where Hell State went.
Yeah, with Malachi Nelson, who not only did really good at running the ball, but also throwing the ball too. So keep an eye on that.
All right, handoff up the middle. It's going to pick up about 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
And I think one thing to point out in this situation, everyone kind of knows of Louisville. Everyone kind of knows of Syracuse. Everyone knows of Georgia. Not a lot of people know. Oh, it could have easily been fumbled there, but not a lot of people know about Boise State. And I feel like the big stage, beating the 4th-ranked Shake, West Virginia, kind of put them on the map. And if they can get a win against the number 1 seed, fully put them in the discussion for next season and this season as well.
Yeah. Oh, and incomplete. It's going to be fourth down. But yeah, not to disrespect Boise State or anything. I mean, they are 14-1, went undefeated in conference play, won the Mountain West outright, and then had to go on the road to Chapel Hill and beat Boger. You know, this is a good team as they're going to go for it on 4th and 4 here from the Cardinal 40. Nelson back to throw. He's got a man deep. Caught. Dropped. He can't hang on through the contact. We all thought he had it.
It's a big point of the game right there. We're going to see how big. That's easily probably a touchdown. I doubt DJ stops him with 5 yards to go. So we'll just see. I believe this is late. What?
Oh, and there he goes. The speed. The 30 breaks a tackle down at the 26.
I was going to say Lacey, but that is not Lacey. That
is Turner.
Turner. Wonder if we'll see Lacey at some point in this game.
And Cheney all the way. Touchdown, Louisville. 2 plays, 2 runs. And Louisville's on the board first.
And you see that dropped 4th down. You see how quickly things have just changed the momentum. Right now, if you're Orange, you have to kind of score here. He kind of walked down the field, 2 plays, 61 yards. Now Boise State has to respond.
Yep, as we'll go down to the Louisville sideline. Tiger, what's the energy feeling like after that quick striking drive?
I'm going back. Am I here? Hello?
Yes.
You are here.
Oh, well, it's absolutely electric down here on the Louisville side. The momentum is all in their favor. And, you know, back to the Ohio State game, Joker, you can attest to this, but we were watching it, and Lamar, he turned over the ball 3 times on the Ohio State side of the field. That game could have been a lot more of a blowout than, you know, what the score sheet actually showed.
Yeah, and if you can look in your top right, you see the 2 games: Boise State, Louisville, Georgia, Syracuse. We believe Georgia, Syracuse will be streamed tonight, so we'll know the championship match. But going to focus on this one. Big play.
Yeah, definitely the confidence favor. I mean, it's not bad, but if they can just try to keep up the run game that they did the last game against West Virginia, they should be fine.
A little RPO.
Yeah.
Ashton Gianti. I think it's Gianti.
Yeah, it's Gianti, but he's definitely one of those that makes a very big impact on this offense.
Fullback dive. I like that play.
Out of there.
I like the fullback dive.
That's another one. Dubar. Whenever Gianti's not out there, Dubar is also a very big one too.
Here you go. Fake to Gianti. Gianti. Nelson rolling out. Oh, off his hands.
Come to the end of the first quarter, 2nd and 10. I'm just honestly surprised that it's not 14-14. Right? Him and Shake kind of play 2-hand touch defense. You're talking about a body.
Knocked away. Knocked away, incomplete. Another 3rd and long here for this Boise State offense. Going to the end zone. He drops it. Big hits by this Louisville secondary have forced some key drops here.
Should be a pretty easy field goal to make. I believe someone's mic is having an oopsie. 7-3 game. Oh. I saw something in the left that I just didn't know. Surely he doesn't take this out of the end zone, and he won't. But yeah, let's kind of bring Jake back in. If you're Boise State, what's the kind of the mindset? How are we feeling after 2 drives or 2 possessions with the football there?
Well, I mean, right now, if you're Boise State, all the thing you do is try to focus. I mean, you got points on the board. That's all that matters. But the biggest key here is try to stop Louisville on defense. And they did. They didn't do too bad against West Virginia the last game. But with Lamar, this may be a different play out here.
Hmm. If you're Boise State, you gotta find an answer for that run game. As the first pass of the day is going to go for big yardage too, as that will bring us to the end of this quarter. Score 7-3, Cards out front. Um, just got to find an answer on defense if you're Boise State.
Yeah, red flags don't need to let the pressure get to him. I mean, if he can just stay in a rhythm, he should be fine.
Oh, screen
Green
pass. That was a
red
good
all
read,
over
and the
it.
tackle is broken. First down. Breaks another tackle. That's a 19-yard gain when he could have had him in the backfield.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in a process,
Everything going his way. There you go. Gets in the backfield and pulls him down at the line of scrimmage. Rodney Robinson in on the tackle.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Show. Play action. Fake. Show. Comeback route.
nice.
First down.
And this is the DJ that we kind of like expected against Ohio State. They were a 15-point favorite in our betting odds. Betting odds will start to become a thing here. And in my opinion, I had Boise State as the favorite in this game. I didn't like what I saw out of that Ohio State game, but
Well, I thought Louisville would. I think Louisville would take this one. I just don't think you can bet against the guy that hasn't lost up to date. So here we go. Show, 2nd and 8. Dropping back. Show, gonna look to run with it maybe. Show.
that's a dangerous pass!
Throw it right to the linebacker.
Gotta just take this. And this we just talked about the mistakes.
Oh man, I
In the red
gas him
zone.
up. I gas up DJ, and he makes one of the dumbest errors I've seen so far in the playoffs. You just gotta tuck and run. You cannot throw over a user lurk when it's that close.
I agree.
And the screen pass going to be open. It's a spin move. There you go. First down and more. Belt running away. Belt going to be pulled down at the 29. Austin Bolt, my apologies. Austin Bolt, 2 catches, 38 yards so far here on the day. Nelson going to toss to Ginty. Ginty,
That's
gain of
just
4.
We talked about the broken up 4th and 4 play there in the first quarter. Then the pick. Both of these guys have had something taken away from them, and now I consider this a full game reset. Both of them have had something
Malachi
different.
Nelson has a first down on the scramble.
It's like I said before at the start of the broadcast. He can not only, he can also run too. So he's going to be a big factor in this offense.
Nelson and Janty, going to get the handoff, going to be stuffed right at the line. No gain, no loss. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. This might bring us to the 2-minute warning here. It will.
Let's bring in Tiger. Tiger, what's the mindset if you're the Louisville sideline after throwing that pick there?
Well, he just can't do it again. We talked about it just a little bit ago, the red zone opportunity mistakes. It's just been a problem so far in the playoffs for DJ, and, that's just something that's going to be in the back of your mind the rest of the game.
Yep. Nelson.
Oh, hit as he throws.
Throws. 34 might have had a chance at the pick there.
but sometimes just the rush, the pressure affecting the quarterback is just as effective. Clean throwing lane.
Here comes another 3rd and long for this Broncos offense. Oh, he has a man deep, but the safety is there.
He caught it!
He caught it! First down! Jacobs with the catch of the year!
God.
Down at the 6 in double coverage. Can you believe it?
Oh my God.
What a catch! That is game altering RPO, Genty going to be stopped at the
Nowhere.
line, but Joker, have you ever seen anything like that on this big of a stage?
I've seen it because it's happened to me, just not in this at this moment. That's game altering in my opinion because I believe Louisville gets the ball at half. A screen and nowhere, another loss of yardage. Does Louisville call timeout? They're kind of going to let this clock run,
Yep, Quincy
and
Riley
now they
gets
call a
the
timeout.
Quincy Riley in on the stop. So that long play might be for nothing if they can't punch this in here.
I think if you take your three, hold Louisville to no points with the remaining time, I think you're in a good spot.
Malachi Nelson throws
Does he
the
get the 2
corner
feet
and he
in?
misses him. Just a little outside, too low for the tight end to reach down and catch it. And the Broncos will send out their field goal team.
Got to make this field goal here. A lot of mistakes in the first half, and looks like he will make this field goal.
It's good. So
7-6 game.
the circus catch saves you 3 points, but your mistake on the first drive cost you 3 points. So you come out about even here. As with 28 seconds left, you got to get the ball back to Lamar, who can definitely score within 28 seconds.
2 timeouts off as well.
Yep. All right.
Look at the yardage in the air. A little bit inefficient for Boise State, and Louisville's been very successful moving the ball. That's what they're going to have to do
Oh,
here.
there's some open men downfield. Show sees none of them. Gonna scramble. Hit off the offensive lineman. Second and 10. Ball on the 25. You know, if you're Boise State, you got to be protecting against the pass here. I don't think there's any scenario in which Louisville should run it. Oh, big hit from the big linebacker, 53. And they might just let us, that might take us into half.
Yeah, maybe one play if you really want to be risky here, but I really wouldn't try. And you get the ball back at half. There's no point in trying to do anything risky.
Show, he will hand it off. There's some speed out there. Clock's going to hit 0. He will be pulled down. So that will bring us to the end of this first half. 7-6, Louisville out front, and they will receive the second half kickoff. Tiger, hadn't talked to you in a minute.
Hello.
What is the Louisville sideline feeling going in the locker room?
Well, just minimize mistakes. It's gonna be the team who just minimizes their mistakes that's gonna come out on top. That's what everyone is thinking down here.
All right, and Jake, did you manage to get some vibes, get some words from the Boise State staff as they head to the locker room?
Not really, but I can tell they're really focused on trying to be able to get this game going. I mean, they got the turnover back in the first half. Let's see if they can be able to try to make another accomplished turnover.
Here we go, outside zone. Sorry to cut you off there, but we got an outside zone from Turner. He's been big on that. Yeah, the outside zone has been killer because these Louisville backs have a lot of speed. If you're a Broncos fan, you want your team to find a way to contain that. They're going to fake the draw. How wide open corner route. Makes a man miss. All the way down to the 30, pulled down at the 26.
It's a big gain. Now you have to 20, kind of basically at the 25. What's your execution like?
The counter, that one's going to be stopped. 2nd and 9. Wow, he caught that. Sorry, I'm watching the Bama game as we speak, but 2nd and 9 here, Louisville well within field goal range. If you're Boise State, you just got to hold them to 3. They're running a mesh concept. The tight end once again breaks a tackle, pulled down. Oh, give him the first down. I don't know about that spot.
But if you're Boise State, you're not in a position to kind of be wasting timeouts. I feel like these timeouts will be very crucial later in this game.
There's outside contain. That's good. That's what they needed. They forced the back inside, and they only get 2. Second and 8. Show. Shotgun formation. Turner to his left. Gonna make some adjustments. Looking to the sideline. Now he snaps it. Throwing
Quick
to
pass,
the...
he got
Oh,
it.
he makes the catch. Ball down on the 2-yard line.
Here we
Show under
go.
shotgun. Boise State in goal line formation on the defense.
Motions. Lacey.
Motion, handoff, Turner, touchdown.
Now, let's bring out the analytics. Do we go for 2 here? I think we should have considered going for 2 here to make it a 2-score lead. But because the little things, we talk about it all the time.
Maybe, but you got to look risk reward too.
I mean, he would have been up 7 points anyways. That's why I brought that up. I think if you were only going up 6, obviously you take your extra point. But to go up 2 possessions, I definitely would have considered that.
All right, 2:33. You got to get something going here this drive for Boise State. Nelson dropping back to throw. Looking over the middle, he's got the tight end. He's going to get a first down. He's going to keep rolling. Actually, that's a slot receiver, not the tight end. My apologies.
I would have hoped that's not a tight end.
Yeah, that was the slot. All right. Nelson going to draw back to throw again. Maybe had something over the middle. Nelson going to be pulled down. He gets a gain of 1. Good job to fight for the yard there, Malachi Nelson. He's got 5 rushes for 15 so far. Clock is ticking now, under 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Nelson has Gentry back there with him. Nelson sacked.
Get sacked!
He might have had a guy over there on the corner. But now it's 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the downsides of going from an offensive shootout to a team who can play defense.
The grit and grind type of game.
Nelson
Who makes the big play?
dropping back. He's going deep.
Oh
my goodness. If he would have...
God, he got that.
4th and 20, you have to punt. But a score here from Louisville might end this game.
That is insane. I saw the ball in hand, and it's just a crazy set of circumstances. But let's bring our sideline reporters back in as we end the 3rd. We're going to start with Tiger first. Executing on the defense, what can we do? Oh, he's ducking his head. What can we do on the offensive side if you're Louisville?
Well, if you're Louisville, you just got shoot clock at this point. I mean, it's the defense has held up so far. You know, you have a lot of trust. If I'm, you know, Louisville, I'll just let them do their own thing.
That was good coverage from a linebacker. Now Louisville has a 3rd and long. Jaden Virgin Morgan in on the sack.
Speaking of virgins, I think this is just the perfect time to bring Jake in and feel about just Boise State potentially getting a quick 3 and out. Unless he goes for a pick! Pick!
That's what they needed.
Does he take it to the house? Does he take it to the house? The user, as they say in the streets of Hennessy Performance League. Now a 2-point game. I don't know what came from Joker to make that joke about Jake. That was out of pocket. Amarion McCoy, the senior DB, gets a jump on the ball, and Boise State needs a 2-point conversion to tie this game.
Well, as I was trying to say is, that's what they needed. They needed to be able to make some execution, and they executed that with the pick 6. As we see.
Oh, we get to tie game, and it's in. Risky throw. That could have been going for 2 the other way if the linebacker got a better jump on it.
4th quarter. This is what you want. Tie game, grit and grind situation, defensive-minded game on both sides. And a national championship.
Everyone holding up their 4s. I don't know if that was a glitch, but I saw onside kick, and I thought we were about to get really crazy.
I saw that earlier in the game, and I pointed that out, but I don't.
Maybe
Maybe that's
EA
just
needs to
on me.
fix that because that could be very bad if someone gets screwed out of a game because they think someone's on-siding. Anyway, 1st and 10, 6 minutes left. They're going to hand off. They're going to run inside. That one's going to be stopped. The inside run has not been effective. Louisville has to get a way to bounce to the outside, but Boise State's done a good job in this second half of keeping those backs inside the tackles. Tyler Show surveying the field. Got a screen! Picked off again! And he's going to run it back! McCoy, second pick six of the day! Amarion McCoy! And the Boise State Broncos take the lead! Can you believe it? Someone get that guy a contract to the NFL!
I'm not really surprised by it. He stepped up with the defense over the last 3 drives. So this is what Boise State needed.
And now the Broncos have a 7-point lead, 5 minutes away from the end of this game.
If you're Lamar, kind of got to calm down a little bit, right? This is the moment. I get this is the moment that you've been waiting for, but you can't let the moment affect you. It's just the game, and you got to do what you do best. And I think running the football is the right way to start.
I do agree. They've been very successful with the run. I think especially with the 2 back-to-back picks, they might just stick with that. Still plenty of time on the clock. Going to roll under 5 minutes. I think if you're Louisville, you stick with the run until you see something that you like in the past. But they're going to ignore my request. Show rolling out. He's made that mistake once, not again. Show going to be brought down in bounds. Fumbles the football, but it goes out of bounds.
The ball was out. And it was good on DJ just to run it. Yes, the ball went out, but you still gained yards. Now it's 3rd and manageable. And if you do not convert this, I think you got to punt. But it doesn't matter.
2 doesn't matter inside.
Ladies,
Now they're
out of
allowing
there!
the bounce to the outside. Turner taking advantage of the speed. Big run. Gets it down to the 34. 11 carries, 114 yards and a touchdown for the Louisville back out of Georgia so far here today.
Do you make the same?
They're going to his partner in crime, Chaney. Chaney breaks a tackle. He's going to get close to the first down marker. Going to be ruled just short.
We'll bring in our sideline reporters one last time before the end of this game. We'll bring Jake in first. What are we looking for if you're Boise State to try and hinder him from a touchdown? He might get it right now because we come late in this game.
Right now, I mean, with as much time as there is left, the only thing you got to think about is if they do score here, I mean, you got to think about what's been going on as far as the offensive side. Try to be able to move the ball and try to do the best possible you can before we get to the end of this game. I mean, they got to do something here.
Yep. Going to the air. Show. Got a man in pursuit. He's going to make him miss. There. He's going to slide into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville. And they're an extra point away from tying the game. Kick is up. Kick is good. 3:25 left. And Louisville with a 2-minute drive, 6 plays, 76 yards. And Boise State, the small school from the small town of Boise, Idaho, has a chance to make history in the first season of HPL.
We'll bring in Tiger here for her last interview in the regulation, right? We don't know what overtime might bring, but what are we looking for Louisville in the final 3 minutes to get a stop here?
I think you can just hear Skyfall
Oh, and the mic is
with 3 minutes, and that's not good.
Louisville sideline so electric. Tiger doesn't have a microphone. G&T going to be stopped short.
Hello?
3rd and
Am I
9.
back? Are we back?
We're back.
I don't know. I said it was on. Oh, well. I was saying that Skyfall was blasting over the music speakers here. I don't know if you guys can hear that out there, but there's a lot of pressure on both these teams right now.
Yep. Nelson, 3rd and 9. Gotta find something. Throw the corner. Oh, knocked away. Could have been picked.
Deflected, excuse me.
Just not what you needed if you're Boise State. Louisville now has a chance to go win this ball game.
And they're going to have solid field positioning because he's going to have room to run if he wants to get out of here. And there he
Gets
goes.
out. They pulled down to 36. But yeah, just unfortunate there. Louisville defense stands tall. Unfortunate if you're Boise State.
Yeah,
I think that the run
DJ
game
back
will be
against the
prevalent
wall.
here. Cheney going to get it down to midfield, second in inches. You know, if you're Boise State and you end up losing this game, you got to think back to all the big runs that you've given up here today. You just got to find a way to limit those.
Remember, with the national championship on the line, the things you want more are just going to have to cost more.
There he goes. Will he fall down? Is he just going to take it? He's just going to take it. Turner, touchdown.
I mean, realistically, this is not the worst case scenario if you're Boise State. All 3 timeouts, basically 2 minutes left to drive down this field, and I don't think he's going to return this, and he will not. You got 75 yards to go, and this is kind of the best case situation, right? You control your own destiny on whether you make the championship game or not. If you want to go for 2, but you got to get there first.
Here we go, Nelson making some adjustments. Nelson dropping back the corner.
Dangerous pass!
You just hate to see it.
That's just too risky, in my opinion.
That. And now
Let's go!
Is like 5 yards within field goal range with 1:48. If you're Boise State, you just send the house and hope and pray. But that's not going to happen. Cheney's going to get to the outside. They are well within field goal range, but they're just going to take it in, and that might do it. The Louisville Cardinals, I believe, have punched their ticket to the national championship for the first time in program history. Just
an interesting turn of events. 21 unanswered. It was just 21-14. And you kind of thought DJ was back against the wall, but Orange is not out of it. Needs a big play, and he's going to be brought down. I was going to say if he gets a big play, keeps his time out, then he has an opportunity. But top clock ticking, got to go 86 yards now just to even kind of have a discussion about getting the ball back, and just don't need to be risky. That's how you do it. That's how you get it back.
Gets out of bounds there.
Get back out of bounds. If you can kind of score before you get to about 40 seconds, I think you're in a better spot.
Over the middle.
Wide open.
Caught, and he's going to hang on. And, you know, a lot of drops from Boise State today, too. Oh, well, Beck just fumbled again. Anyway, lots of mistakes. They're going to clock this with 1:11 to go.
Yeah, and that just kind of shows the nature of that game. Wasn't meant to be, really.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
But back to this game. Need a big play.
Oh. Might have someone down there underthrown.
I think if he wasn't hit there was a chance. Hit as he threw. That would have been the best case scenario, keeping your 3 timeouts. If you're DJ, I mean, you just kind of got to worry about the deep ball.
Yep. Oh, the crossing route. He has him a minute left. Under a minute to go here. Boise State going to get up to the line here.
The 40 seconds that I was talking about is in play here. Does he clock this?
He will.
to me, you gotta score here on this play right here. This has to be a touchdown just to even consider everything that's. And I think he has.
Oh,
Oh, he got
knocked
batted
away,
down.
batted down by the big defensive lineman. 7 deflections from Louisville here today. Nelson gonna
Throw it down
drop
the
back,
middle.
slant over the middle,
Oh wait,
dropped
what?
again. You just can't have that. If you're Boise State, that's another big drop. As he has it all the way tucked in and just loses it. And now 4th and 7. The season comes down to this. Throw over the middle,
And
knocked
that will
away.
do it.
That will end this game here. Louisville is on to the national championship to play either Georgia or Syracuse, as they're going to line up in shotgun formation here. Not sure what this is about. They're going to run it all the way. Wow.
And I
No,
think
they're
we
going to
go
fall. They're
down
going to
there.
fall. Okay, Maurice
think
Turner
so.
goes down, and that will officially end this game, I believe.
And I mean, the story of Boise State beating Boger and UNC, beating West Virginia, just to be in this moment and have an opportunity to win this game. You cannot be mad about that, and we regroup for next year.
Yep. Score goes final. Louisville 35, Boise State 21. The Cinderella run is over, and the number 1 overall seed of this tournament, Louisville, will play for a national championship. Let's talk to the winning coach of the Louisville Cardinals, Mr. DJ, as Louisville heads to the Natty. Talk to me about the program history that you've made this year and the preparations that you're going to make for the national championship game.
Oh my God! Well, there's a lot that's been happening this year. A lot of close, hard-fought games. A lot of mistakes made. But you gotta find a way to rally and win every single game. You never quit at all. You don't give up on your team. You gotta improvise at all costs. There's been a lot of disappointments in past years in Louisville football, but I'm bringing this team to the national championship, and I'm bringing a national championship to the Ville. Just an amazing performance from this team all season, and we're just one game away from a national championship. But we just got to lock in next game, not turn the ball over, play really good defense, and hopefully we can win the national championship. But we're one game away from winning it.
All right. Joker, Tiger, and Jake, I'll open the floor for you guys to get questions.
I guess I'll go since I'm your side. Well, by the way, I'm 2-0 on my sideline. Just want everyone to know that. But DJ, can you hear me? I just want to make sure.
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, you're one game away. You just said that. But in the game, you had a couple of very costly turnovers. The one where you rolled out, you had a chance, you just tried throwing it, forced the throw, got a pick at your own 5-yard line. How are you going to eliminate these mistakes when you're going to go up against a team, a potential team like Georgia in the finale?
Well, all it's going to take is 0 mistakes whatsoever. I got to come out and play really good football. And those mistakes that you saw in the game with that rollout interception and the wide receiver screen return, all of those interceptions were mistakes, and those need to be corrected. Those just simply cannot be done in the national championship game. So we got to find a way to prevent that, and we got to give either Syracuse or Georgia different looks when we face them in the national championship.
Yep. All right. Anyone else got any questions?
I don't really have any questions, but I do want to say congratulations to Lamar.
Thank you.
All right. Well, then I guess we can go over to the losing coach of the Boise State Broncos. Red flags matter. Coach, you made history. Making the semifinals. Just an impressive Cinderella run that not a lot of us expected out of the Boise State Broncos. Talk to me about the work and the grit and the grind that's been put into this season, and how are you going to take this momentum and get ready for next year?
Well, first off, I just want to say GG's the Mac.
GG.
Hell of a game. And this whole season, it's just been iffy. It's been really relying on Ashton Genty And that game, Louisville playing really good run defense. We were forced to pass, and my receivers, I was always wondering when they'd have to step up to the challenge with the lower ratings they are, and they sadly most of the time were not able to. We had a lot of costly drops, especially on the first drive of the game on the 4th and 4. I, I I thought it was on the money, but he just couldn't come up with it. But otherwise from that, um, defense definitely going to try to learn how to stop the run more. And when it came to the passing defense, though, we were pretty straight getting those 2 interceptions.
Yep. All right. Does anyone else have any questions? All right. Well, I guess we can wrap it up then. Final score once again of the Cotton Bowl: Louisville 35, Boise State 21, as the Cards will play for a natty against the Dogs or the Orangemen. We will get offline because we have 2 games left in this Hennessy Performance League college football inaugural season. We will see you guys for the next semifinal game between Musopes and Jackson Altman.